Hey, we can have that.
I didn't know where he was. I'll never know where Magic going.
Yeah,
So that's
we
why
can have
we
that. That conversation. So with Abraham, I'm gonna say this after I drink. With Abraham Lincoln had a good and a bad side.
Okay,
but this one I'm gonna say that's good, and you might not agree with me, but I'm still gonna say it. Abraham had slaves.
Yes.
But he didn't treat his slaves bad like other people did. You know what I'm saying? He didn't whoop them. He didn't hang them. He didn't have them just looking tacky and stuff like that.
Volume 2. This is our show. Introspective Insight. Introspective Insight.
Peace, love, and all that good stuff. I am King Dev. That's Magic Gretzky, and this is Introspective Insight, the Black Wall Street podcast. And we back with a guest. And Magic still got he dealing with his allergies.
Yes, I am.
You know what I'm saying? So
beating my ass.
That's y'all know Magic. He very randomly he has different looks. So it may be a different hat. It may be a robe if it's cold. Now it's the tissue in the nose. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we allow for anybody to show up as they are. That's introspective insight. And if y'all don't know what it means, it's one's own emotional and mental thought processes. So the whole point of the show is to show up as you are with whatever thought process you bring in that moment. But we got a guest on the show. And it's super dope because when people listen to the show, they'll also recommend people who they believe should be in the show. And we're always open for more people to come in, sit on the chair, sit with us and break bread. Well, we're not eating, but, chop it up. But before we get into who we have on the show, I want to get into the word of the show and the quote of the show. The word of the show is luminary. And that means a person who inspires or influences others, especially in a particular field. And then the quote of the show is, art is not a mirror held up to reality, but a hammer with which to shape it. So art is not a mirror held up to reality, but a hammer with which to shape it. Y'all got anything on that?
It could be a deeper meaning. Art can create an image and you're the person that control that image at the end of the day. And, when I look at my own art and things that I create, I try to be the word of the day, luminary with it.
No, that's lit. You done caught on already. And you like the only the second person that's been on the show that'll be like, let's call it back to the word of the show because that's what we're talking about right now. So that's dope. That's dope. Magic, you got anything?
Nope. I just need the doctors to put some art into this allergy medicine.
In the allergy medicine so it can kick in, right?
So it can kick in.
We have Genie on the show.
Thank you.
Creative artist, Black man, and we are honored to sit in your presence.
Appreciate
brother.
you.
One thing that we always want to uplift is Black men doing great things, and we want to give them space to talk about it. So we appreciate you for coming on the show, but we also appreciate Los for suggesting that you come on the show.
Yeah, shout out to Los, man.
And you taking the time to actually go through the process. One of the things I tell Magic, and which Magic didn't even have to go through the process, which is crazy, but he just showed up. But what I've learned, I've been doing this since 2017.
Okay.
So this is episode 150. So it's like a milestone episode type thing.
Doing your thing.
And one of the things you'll learn is people will say they want to come on the show or they want to be on the show, but there's nothing attached to that.
Or they don't have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, so they'll sit and they'll just be quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So part of the barrier to that is creating a system to where if you want to be on the show, you got to put in some effort to at least think about what you want to do.
You got to put in some work.
To me, that's kind of crazy. You want to be on the show but not say nothing.
It's the cameras and the microphone.
I don't get why the cameras would change how you be as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I don't know. I done did all type of stuff in front of cameras, in front of people. So it's like I'm not one of them people that change up because a camera is.
See, that's where it get a little tricky. When you said I did all type of stuff in front of cameras,
Okay, so yeah. But when I say that, I mean in an art way, like a creative way.
You gotta
know
be
what I'm saying?
specific.
I get you. In this
Yeah.
day and age,
Because they gonna get at you. They've been at him about several things. They've been at me about several things.
Yeah, the
that's
internet.
Yeah, and that's why when people get in front of these cameras and in the mic,
yeah,
they get a little different because
That's
just
a great
going out
connection.
to a different platform that you don't have no control
no
of.
control over it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
But then type of guy I am, I don't be caring about what people be saying about me, especially if you're not in my presence on a daily basis.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Word.
face-to-face action is gonna be way more important to me than what somebody saying thousands of miles from me. They ain't even gonna see me in the day and
Facts.
age. You know what I'm saying? So that is how I am. Cameras ain't never scared me.
I love it. But yeah, like I said, welcome to the show. And I think right now I want you to, because this is our first time meeting.
Right. Facts.
But I want you to introduce yourself to whoever's listening. And then when you do that, like let us know who's behind or the artist behind the music. So
Okay.
before we get into the music side,
Mhm.
who are you, the artist that does the music?
I go by Genie. You know what I'm saying? Everybody call me G outside. If you don't call me G, you call me Eugene. You know what I'm saying? My last name Brooks. I'm born and raised in Rochester. I done lived in 7 different states. I know a lot of different people outside of music. Like I work out. I'm one of the guys that always been into books, being smart, book smart.
Word.
My favorite subject was history growing up. So, I always paid attention to history, paid attention to what goes through the times. I'm the type of guy that takes $100 out of my check and go feed the homeless. Like, I'm just a
Word.
chill dude, you know what I mean? Like, people, I get along with damn near anybody. So, at the end of the day, outside of the music, I'm just a cool, calm, collective guy. Don't get into too much, you know what I'm saying? Just do me for real.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Now you may see me go on my phone. That's because I'm writing questions down.
I ain't tripping.
I'm
I ain't
very
tripping about that. No, I ain't tripping about that.
I'm random as hell.
Yeah.
So I might come out with a random ass question, but you sparked.
I like specifics.
Yeah,
Honestly, I like
Nah.
specific questions.
And he's gonna ask you a question. His first question is gonna go to the depths of your soul. Just be ready.
That's fine though, because I'm one of them like intellectual people that could just talk about
Oh,
anything.
this is
You know what I'm saying?
perfect.
Perfect.
Especially
Yeah.
for him. See, I'm not really a talker,
Okay.
but I'm on the show, so I have to be a
So
talker.
you have to be a talker.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he
right.
said that's
But he says I'm not. I am a talker.
he is. But he just gotta want to talk to
It
the person.
it gotta be a person that enthusiasm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
yeah. It
make
gotta
him
be the
like,
energy
Because
that.
the thing is, I just put like, yo, it's a spot open on the show. Like the seat is yours if you want it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And he say no. He could say no. He was like, yo, I'm not a talker, but
Yeah.
I come on from time to time. He was like, bet when you want
Mhm.
to do it. He show up every week.
I'm just a hard. He gave me the opportunity to
Might
be a
as
part
well.
of a show.
Something that's bigger.
Yeah, and people watch it. People come to me and tell me they enjoy it. So why not?
He got
Dad's
the
a
most
good
viral
guy.
clip on
Yeah,
the show.
yeah. So
That's lit.
You know what I'm saying?
That's lit.
then sometimes I like to talk shit. Sometimes I'm
Yeah.
kind of moody. Sometimes I want to talk shit. Sometimes I don't want to say shit.
You a Taurus?
No, I'm a Scorpio.
Scorpio.
No.
That's my
Yeah.
pop. Pop was Scorpio.
Oh, word?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
What day?
November 13th.
Oh, 2 days before me.
Oh.
So you
15th.
15th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's my grandma's birthday.
Great.
15th.
Hey,
Yeah.
great people.
Right.
Great
yeah.
people.
Okay.
Hey, but one question I do have: what made you come with the name? Why did you decide to name
So
yourself Genie?
Genie is like, for one, that's in the works of being my actual like real name.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then two, like Genie, I've always moved like a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? People will always tell me when I pull up on them, like, yo, we was just talking about you, bruh. Like, what the hell? You just come out of the blue. So like, one of my homies in high school just said it one day. It was like, nigga, you move like a genie, nigga. We say your name and all of a sudden, boom, your ass is here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, and that's how I've always been. Like, I've always moved like a ghost. Ain't too many people, like, when it come to Rochester, people, I know a lot of people here, and like, when they see me, they be like, yo, I thought you was gone. Like, I thought you was out of state. Like, you back? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I always had that movement mentality of going different places, traveling. You never know where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
And you said 7 states. What's the 7 states you
So
stayed
I
in?
lived in California,
Mhm.
lived in Florida,
Mhm.
lived in Massachusetts, lived in Connecticut, North Carolina, Nashville, Tennessee, New York.
And what's
I
your
could hear
favorite
to New
spot?
York. I was waiting for it. I get here to New York for sure.
What's your favorite state or place you've been to?
See, it
Go like
depends
that.
on what we talking about. So like if we talking about like Florida, if we talking partying, Florida, Tampa was like the party scene. You feel me? I was going to mansion parties back to back. I would be out till about 5, 6 in the morning, go home, go to sleep, wake up around like noon, go to Clearwater Beach, do it all over again. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you was on Clearwater Beach back in 2016, like I don't know how it is now because I haven't lived there since then, but like back in 2016 when I was living there, like people would connect with people easy, and like you mess around and find somebody that got a party going on later that night and shit. And like I was a cool nigga, so like I would always meet new people. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was just cool and natural. You know what I'm saying? I've been at parties with people from D1 scholarships to football and shit, like Indiana University niggas. I remember Dominique and Crawford, both of them niggas, like they had me everywhere, gated communities, like shit was lit. And shout out to Lean, because Lean, my best friend, she the one that put me on all that shit. So yeah.
And so with music, when did that start? When did you start it? When
I
did you
started
fall in
doing
love with
music at 5 years old. Like I started off with trumpet. A lot of people don't know that. Like I was a trumpet player, and my father and my mother, you know, my father was really into jazz and funk. You know what I'm saying? Just to give you a prospect of like, just to get perspective of where my dad was. Like my dad was born in 1955. You feel me? His birth certificate said Negro. So it was like really an old school guy. You know what I mean? And he came from the Midwest. My dad not from New York. My mom is though. But my dad, like, he loved jazz. He loved funk. He loved that old school 70s music. So I would be around that, listening to that way before I even tapped into hip hop for real. But like, I remember being 4 years old, like the first hip hop song I ever heard was Flavor in Your Ear, Craig Mack. My mom, she used to bump that song all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's when 103.9 was 104. 104 WDKX. A lot of people probably don't remember that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they had the intro. Their intro theme was Flavor in Your Ear, you know what I'm saying? But like that, Busta Rhymes, Lost Boys, Camp Low, like people like that was played when I was a kid and I would hear it. But like I ain't really tap into it because I was around my dad during the day, kind of. My dad and my mom like separated when I was 4, but like my dad used to pick me up all the time. So like I'm around him listening to music. I'm around him learning to play the trumpet. You know what I'm saying? He taught me how to play the trumpet. So like I'm listening to Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Mel Torme, you know what I'm saying? People, Ohio State players, Mandrill, you know what I'm saying? Artists like that. And that's where my music started. And then it went from playing instruments to when I graduated in high school, I went from that to going to college. Now, when I went to college for athletic training. But I was around the music kids all the time. And I was just telling myself, like, well, I didn't go to school for fucking music theory or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up going to school for athletic training. But I was around the music kids, like I said, and I'm hearing these dudes rap. And I'm just like, I could put words together. Because these dudes not even like put nothing together that like hits for me. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple guys that I heard, like Modest Vibes. Shout out to Modest Vibes.
I know Modest.
Shout out to Genres. Shout out to this one. I can't think of his name. It was a white dude. I can't even think of his name, but he was fire with the lyricism. Like he reminded me of a different type of Eminem on some shit. But they was like the nicest at my school on some shit. Cause I went to FLCC, and they were probably the nicest ones that I would be around and hearing their music and stuff. And it's crazy because like they don't see it, but like the girl that's right there, I think she went to FLCC and she was with Modest Vibes a lot. You know what I'm saying? And she used to be in the piano
funny,
room.
I was about to say, what girl's over there?
Yeah. She used to be I used to see her in the piano room all the time. But like I've always been connected to music in that format. And then my brother E, my oldest brother, he was like crazy at freestyling. You know what I'm saying? We throw beats on when we was kids. I used to listen to him, just rap. And I'd be like, yo, I wish I could do that. You know what I'm saying? But I had the other side of music. I was the instrumentalist. He was the lyricist. Then it grew on me. You know what I'm saying? Singing grew on me too, as well. You know what I'm saying? Being around gospel music sometimes with my grandmother. My grandmother was a reverend. So I used to be in church listening to people sing and stuff like that. And that inspired me to sing. You know what I'm saying? So that's where all my music stuff really came from. I've been a jit in music, for real.
And where did you meet Los God?
I met Los at the gym. No bully. I met Los, I think this year. No bullshit. Like this year I met him, and he been a cool dude since I met him. You know what I'm saying? And he just been putting me on to certain stuff, trying to tap me into different fields of work and stuff. So yeah.
No, have you worked with any other artists or?
So I got shout out to my boy Bang Squad. I don't know if y'all know 585 Bang Squad. Shout out to my boy D-Line. Like we a group. It's called Dark Side Collectives.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the only person in the group that does like the singing and the rapping. And they the real like gritty rappers.
Is they light skinned too?
No.
Oh, okay.
So D-Line, D-Line, yeah, nah.
No, I wasn't asking that because the name of it is called Dark Side. So I'm like, who the hell in there?
Yeah, nah. And honestly, Dark Side don't even mean like complexion for real.
Is it like
it's like almost
the,
some click shit, just a click type.
Because I was thinking when you said it, the first thing that came to my mind was Batman.
Oh wow.
What is that? What's not Marvel?
Dark Knight.
What's Batman though? What's part? It's not Marvel.
Dark Knight.
It's DC.
DC. That's what I thought of. Just the DC.
Dark Side Collective.
Yeah. The DC universe.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I ain't even think of that. You know what I'm saying? Because that'd be fire. Like if we made like a logo with DC.
Yeah. That's the first thing I think of was.
No, that's fire.
But where the light skin came in though?
Because I'm like
being funny.
Being funny. I'm like, I know all y'all niggas ain't light skinned.
The 3 duets. That'd be crazy. Yo. These niggas is creaming. Dark side.
Dark side.
Light side. Sunshine. But so them 2 dudes, like, they put me on to like events that happen in Rochester and shit. So my first event was at Irie shit, the Fam TV. I don't know if y'all heard of that, but Fam TV, that was the first joint that I was at ever to perform, and I performed with them. You know what I'm saying? We had did songs together and shit, and then we did our own little solo shit during the 10-minute segment we had. But yeah, like people seen me for the first time, like, damn, this nigga could rap. Then like the second time I went on there, I sung my music, my R&B shit that I had dropped called Gold Standard. And they like, I didn't know this dude could do this and that. You know what I'm saying? That's where the Genie shit come from. You know what I'm saying? Like I could really tap into different type of styles. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even just how I moved outside of music. Like when it comes to music, I am a genie. Like I could really do whatever I want. Like I could fuck around, make a jazz album. I could fuck around, make a funk album. I could, you know what I'm saying? Like I could really make when you hear my next project that I'm coming out with, I'm not gonna put a date on it yet because I ain't got a date for it and I'm still working on it. But my next project gonna have 10 to 12 songs and none of those songs are gonna sound the same. You're gonna just sit there like, damn, he's literally taking me through different routes of music. Like so.
No, I am Magic.
Yeah. Your middle name is Genie.
No, yeah, my alter ego.
Yeah, I seen that. And that's what I ain't gonna lie. When Lo showed me, I'm like, oh, his middle name Genie. That's fire. And I'm like, yo, that'd be crazy. Me and Magic do some shit. You know what I'm saying? That should be fire. Cause now it's like 2 genies. You know what I'm saying? That'd be fire, bro. No bull.
So yeah, with me with the Genie, it's just my alter ego. So it's just my like Beyonce got Sasha.
Facts.
Yeah.
Shit, Mac Miller had
Larry. Kendrick got Kung Fu. Mine's is just the Genie. That's just my other alter ego. And I just look at that as just that's probably when I'm really gonna rap.
Okay.
Like it's if you listen, I'll say something in the beginning to know that that you know that it is the Genie, it's not Magic, it's the Genie on this verse.
Got you.
And but I like how you say why you name yourself the Genie. You feel like you can do anything, all types of shit.
Literally.
Yeah, me Genie shit. I wish a nigga would basically. That's why
I respect it though. I respect it though. That's cool. That's still a cool way to, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like if you look up like an actual Genie, it's almost like an avatar. Like they got 4 different.
It's different
forms. You know what I'm saying?
And then of course I songwrite, help with all types of different music. So it just kind of go with the same thing, but at the same time is. When I'm rapping, I wish a nigga would. That's what that's where it comes from.
I respect that.
But so how long have you been doing music or taking music seriously?
So this is my first year taking music seriously. I say that this is my first year where I'm actually trying to like go on events, perform, and that's when it comes to like rapping and singing. But outside of that, like I've been performing with a trumpet. I've been performing in bars with a trumpet. I'm used to being on stage with a trumpet. I'm used to being on stage dancing too when I was in high school and shit, because I used to dance. But like the trumpet was like my main thing. And I was in a jazz ensemble band. So we used to go mad places because we would win tournaments and stuff for school and shit. So I'm used to performing when it came to that spectrum.
So it seemed like you've been in entertainment majority of your life.
Yeah.
So would you
like even with sports, you know what I'm saying? Like when I did MMA, I was doing MMA in Quebec before you needed a passport to go to Canada. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've been mad places just off of the things that I've tapped into.
So with you taking music seriously for the first year, how does that make your inner child feel?
I mean, honestly, so that's a good question, but I ain't gonna lie. Like I never thought about that. But when it comes to my pop passed away August 5th, 2020, I meant.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
Sorry to hear about that.
You know what I'm saying? And like ever since then, like in my back of my head, it was more like I was going through like a depression stage.
Yeah.
But in the back of my head, I'm like, yo, I gotta do something with my music. If anything, my pop would have wanted, he would have wanted me to do something with my music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm taking it as serious as I am now, because it's like, it's either now or never. You know what I'm saying? I'm 29. Like, I might not look it when I get a haircut and shit, but like, I'm 29, almost 30. So therefore, it's now or never. You know, let's just have this shit milk out, you know what I'm saying? Spill out to everybody and see if they like it. You know?
So what's your main goal?
My main goal
not music, out of life.
Out of life, to get right with God, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, get right with God. Like, I feel like that should be a lot of people's goal. You know what I'm saying? People that don't believe in God, so be it. You know what I'm saying? That's your option. But for me, like, get right with God at the end of the day.
Okay. And what's, besides music, if this is too personal, you can say, you can skip. What's one way you would want to, at the end of your life, what's one way you want to honor your father?
Knowing that I did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people go through life and do so much negative shit, they lose sight of what's right. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong. And they think wrong is right because they done did it so long. You know what I'm saying? But like for me, to honor my dad is honestly, if I honor God first, that'll make my dad proud. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Like, it'll make my grandmother proud. It'll make a lot of people proud, because at the end of the day, when I leave this earth, I want people to talk about me in a positive manner. Like, yo, that boy, bro was cool. Bro had so much knowledge. Bro would tell you something that you needed to hear. Like, he wasn't going to pull no punches with you. He was your real friend at the end of the day. Like, I done have friends that left me, ain't never talked to me no more, but they can never say I was a fake friend. They can never say I ain't tell them what was right to do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, you should do this to make yourself healthier, or you should stop this. You should do, like, I wasn't one of them friends that's just gonna be a yes man to you. You feel me? If something fucked up, I'm gonna tell you, like, nah, that's not the way to go, G. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I'm stay true to self. You feel me? I feel like that's what really make my dad proud. You know what I'm saying? Be luminary in a way.
How did that show up in your creative process?
So when it comes to my music, I don't really try to get too personal. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, I feel like great artists make music for the crowd. They don't make music for themselves all the time, because at the end of the day, like, everybody's story is not the same.
Yeah.
And I'd like, my perfect example of making music for the crowd is like Beyonce. She made a song called Single Ladies, but she's not single. She's married. She was married then. So great artists always make music that's going to please the people. It ain't really always about you. And I feel like sometimes going into music, always trying to be personal, doesn't always reach out to the farthest crowd. But when you do things that make themes around other people's lives, it's more like you're tapping into them. So that's my way of creating.
It's a good point, because when you said Single Ladies, I'm thinking about the ring thing, but it's put a ring on it. So it's also, the other part is like the single ladies She's talking to the single ladies, but she's also talking to the men to put a ring.
Like
on
if you want it, if you like it, then you should put a ring on it.
Well, it's kind of
like that's.
But you talking to both crowds,
right?
And you reaching out to. But if we had to flip the script, that song ain't about her because the man that liked her put a ring on it. The man that liked her did marry her, so she's not a single lady. Because you know what I'm saying.
It's kind of because you can be with somebody, but technically you're single on paper. Because when you put your taxes is single or married, exactly. So she can be. It's kind of a triple entendre. Yeah, it's kind of a triple entendre.
Yeah. And great artists do that all the time. They make music for the crowd.
Yeah, and the intention is to talk to the majority, which is the single.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
That's
how I think about music when I write it. Any type of song I make, it's like. Even if it's a love song, I want the love song to be able to reach other people, not just me and my type of love. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't think like that. Some people write so many songs and it's like, oh, let me just write this because it sounds good. Sometimes what sounds good ain't going to reach the marketing scheme that you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at music. You always want to reach the farthest crowd that you can. And if you don't, it's almost like you're making your music stagnant.
Yeah.
So I always, when I write, even with hooks, like I think about what's gonna make the crowd jump, what's catchy, what's something that the crowd might repeat. You know what I'm saying? People don't think like that when they writing, they just writing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to, okay, this word is gonna make them say that. If I do it this way, they're gonna say it with me. They're gonna sing it before I sing it, because now it's like, you know what I'm saying? So
I was yawning as I was trying to talk. So I'm Magic notice. I like conceptual artists.
Yep.
So like I like music. I like all music, but I especially enjoy music that has some type of concept to the creation of it. So the depth in the reason why this song is here instead of here. So when you think about conceptual albums, To Pimp a Butterfly is one that comes to mind, to where there was a reason why each song was where it was, and then there was a concept and woven in between it. Magic's From Me to You,
from the last project, For Those Who Love Me,
right? 2 conceptual albums. When I listen to it, or projects, I don't know if you call it album. When I listen to it, I'm like, I caught it. Like I see the intentionality behind what it is. So when you are putting together music, you were just talking about hooks, writing hooks and all those different things. And we know that hooks are not necessarily a thing of this current structure of music. It made me think, or to ask the question, what era of music are you pulling from when you were thinking about when you're in the process of creating your art?
So honestly, I don't even think of an era. I just try to be more real than what you hear. Cause like back in the day, songs used to be like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and it'll keep the party rocking. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, songs is 2 minutes, two and a half, 3 minutes, no hook. Nothing that's catching.
But the production is.
But me, when I write hooks, I like hooks because one of my favorite producers of all time is Pharrell. Pharrell got the best hooks outside of Nate Dogg. Pharrell got the best hooks. So with that being said, like, I want to make real music. I want to make music that's going to withstand time. I don't want to just make songs because it sounds good right now or it's trending. This is the trending topic, so let me be on the trend. No, I want to make a song where you can listen to this shit 50 years from now, and that shit's gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? I don't do, like when you were saying concept albums, like I haven't really focused on making a concept album yet because I like taking people to different worlds. You know what I'm saying? Each song is a different vibe. Each song, it may be R&B, but it's different type of R&B. You know what I'm saying? This might be a slow jam. This might be a club song. This might be, you know what I'm saying, some shit that you just play for your lover. This some shit that make you think about your conscience. This shit, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking you to different vibes and worlds when I'm trying to make my songs. So I don't always go for like oh, let me try to make this song match the 10th song. So then all of this has like some type of poetic,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And I haven't did that yet. And honestly, one day I'm probably going to do that. But just for right now, like my main focus is to take you to different vibes. And
I mean, I would say the one thing I'll say about that is the concept can also be in the production. So how you choose a beat to then flow from one track to another.
That's
so
a fact.
it's not necessarily so like you might have an R&B album that's not necessarily connected conceptually through lyrics or like placement, but your production flows from one track to another, and you telling the story
it's like Brent.
Simply from from
like
the
Brent
production.
Fayez or Bryson Tiller, the way they create their stuff. Definitely is a format, and it's like different. It's almost like when it comes to Brent, like Wasteland to me was like good and bad love, if that makes sense. Like that was the concept of that album, good and bad love. There's certain stuff that he was saying about good love, then certain stuff about bad love, then certain stuff that even his interludes, you know what I'm saying? It pulls a contrast of different type of loves. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you mean.
Yeah. And that's so because the one album that I think of, we can ask the question.
I know I am. That's coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my bro. The album that I thought of when you said like I don't create, like I'm one might take you to the club, another might be, a love song, the other might be a different vibe. It's Confessions.
Usher.
Throughout Confessions, you don't know what you get.
You don't know what you're gonna get.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, but Confessions don't sound like a Superstar.
Nah, not at all. And then Confessions Part 1 don't sound like Part 2.
Exactly.
But it's connected.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the music video, they use the first half of the first Confessions to lead into the Confessions 2 part. So you know what I'm saying? So it's still connected, but it's not, the intention is it to be connected. Like Bad is not,
Bad Girl.
Yeah, Bad Girl is not connected to any other song, but it flows with the idea of
the album.
I don't know about that.
You don't think so? No,
the whole album connects together. Each song connects to one. Confession is his confession. Superstar could be the other girl he's been dating this whole time, because he could be taking you back to the woman he was cheating with. Even though Confession is not about him, it's about JD. It's about Jermaine Dupri. Right. So the whole time it's about Jermaine Dupri messing with this girl. Oh, I got caught up, messing with this girl, and she had a baby, and now I gotta tell the girl I've been my main girl, hey, this is what been going on. I love you and blah blah blah. So it all connects when you listen to it fully. It's all one big ass journal.
It's definitely a journal.
That's all it is.
It's definitely
it's just different sounds.
Yeah,
of the journal.
Yeah, of the journal. Yeah. So
I'm with you.
He could have been, and the crazy thing is we talking about sounds and Confessions. Y'all know the first thing he say that I always point out? Watch this. Now, why the fuck am I watching you? Why I'm gonna watch you confess the worst shit you can say to a woman, and you happy about it? Watch this. This is my confession. But it's the vibe, it's the energy that make you not even think about he's saying the worst shit he can possibly say. Just like DMX Party Up.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It's actually this song. But
I know.
It's the worst shit he's saying, but it's the biggest commercial song of all time.
There's a lot of songs like that though. There's a lot of songs where you vibe to it, and then when you really pay attention to what the lyrics is saying,
what the fuck they saying?
It's like,
it's a whole different
thing.
thing.
Is bad. Like even back in the 70s, they had a song called "Lost and Turned Out."
Yeah,
and that song is about a whole prostitute getting pimped out.
Just like,
but you know how many females sing that song? They lost and turned down. Like they loving that shit, but whole time they talking about yo ass getting pimped out by a pimp.
Yeah.
So it just the sounds sonically, but it's music. That's the beautiful thing about art, is that you can create it in any way and still get your message across. You just have to pay attention to what's actually going on. Like I was just saying, the reasons. That's not about the people play that song at a damn wedding. The Earth, Wind and Fire song. Yeah. That song is about a whole side chick.
Yeah.
The
reason I'm here.
Yeah, it's a sex song. Mm-hmm. So it's like you gotta really listen to it and understand what you're saying.
That's that jam though.
Yeah, just like Between the Sheets. All the Between the
Reasons is that shit. Though.
Yeah. That's a fact.
The reason that we're here, he trying to
because you can make it about a good thing.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's one thing about that type, and that's what I'm saying. Like when you make music like that, like it's almost like a bad painting. You could see the good in it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like the reasons might have been about that, but like you could literally make that song about what woman you holding on to.
Yeah.
I'm claiming your body disappear. Yeah. Temperature's riding. I don't want to feel like you could make that about who you talking to. You know what I'm saying? Even though that might be the song might be about a different. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, good music do that though. You could see the good in it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with it. I enjoy good music, and once you set a bar, Magic notice. Once you set a bar, I'm looking for you to maintain that bar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it doesn't. And when I say maintain that bar, I'm talking about the quality of music, not the quantity that you're putting out.
That's a fact.
And I know a hit when I hear it. You know what I'm saying? I know good music when I hear it. And a lot of the times I'm looking for that song that's not a single. Because the single is being pushed for a reason. But I'm looking for that track 11, track 10. Normally back in the day. The ones that ain't
gonna be like noticed unless you really listen to the album.
Back in the day, hold on, I gotta change my memory card. But yeah, back in the day, I always I was thinking about this on the way here. 13. Like track 13, around track 13 is where you would find that banger. And it wasn't I don't know why, or track 8, I'm saying track 13. Like that second half of the album, they might put a hit there just to keep you engaged for the next however many tracks on there.
See, Michael, he was smart. He would do that too. Especially Thriller. Thriller started off with Wanting to Be Started Something, and then the next song is Baby Be Mine. And that's my favorite song by Michael.
What's your favorite album by Michael?
By Michael? It's out of Thriller and Dangerous.
Okay. First I heard Dangerous.
Because that's where Remember the Time was.
Okay. Teddy Riley.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, Remember the Time, one of the top songs ever outside of Thriller.
You like Thriller? The song?
Yeah. Hell yeah. For one, Thriller is like one of them songs to me that was like very, very slept on of the meaning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you really listen to that song, that shit has a deeper meaning than just, it's deeper than that.
Another question I had, I don't know if I wrote this one down, was that, no, I didn't. So when you, what audience are you trying to target when you create the music?
People that like listening to good music.
Okay. Because everybody, music is subjective.
Exactly.
So good, something that you think that's bad. Yeah. Some you may think is bad. Somebody might think
anybody that knows good music and has an ear for good R&B.
Okay.
That's what I'm focusing on. And at the end of the day, there's different types of R&B, you know what I'm saying? And different types of rap that kind of smooths in with the R&B, you know what I mean? So I'm just looking for a crowd that appreciates my art, if that makes sense.
And you name Pharrell.
Yeah.
Can you name me 4 more of your favorite producers?
Yeah.
And 5 rappers, and then 5 R&B artists.
Okay. So 5 producers: Pharrell, Timbaland, Swiss Beats, Dr. Dre, and last but not least, I ain't gonna lie, DJ Khaled.
Okay.
Very slept on hit maker. Okay. Just you feel me? 5 rappers. You want all time or like what I listen to?
Whatever your preference.
Okay, so if I'm gonna do 2 sets, so 5 of all time. Hove is in there for me. Busta Rhymes is in there for me. Jadakiss is in there for me. Biggie's in there for me. And Method Man.
Oh, very different list.
That's a very different list.
Yeah, very different.
That's all time.
All time, okay.
Now, people that
you listen to
nowadays, rap wise, listen to Shmino, Mick Jenkins, Travis Scott, because he a different type of rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Travis Scott, Benny the Butcher, and if I had to put a fifth one in there, so I don't want to leave somebody out that I really bumped, but then I didn't say them. Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Lil Wayne.
And what about R&B?
R&B, D'Angelo, Erykah Badu, Alicia Keys, Jodeci, and H-Town.
H-Town, okay. Now that brings me to one more question.
Do it.
Name me your 5 all-time singers, vocalists.
Men or female?
Both.
Okay.
Dead or alive?
Whitney Houston.
Okay.
Jasmine Sullivan. I'm gonna put D'Angelo in there because don't nobody make R&B like D'Angelo. That's one thing I can say. Rest in peace to him. Nobody has ever made the type of R&B he has. That neo soul era was like significant, you know. But 2 more. I probably not even gonna know this person. Phyllis Hyman.
You don't know that.
Okay, Phyllis Hyman. And Luther Vandross.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking Luther.
Luther?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, one more question. That's my last one.
No, do your thing. He don't talk though.
What's your top 5 classic albums, R&B and rap?
So I'm gonna do 5 R&B and then 5 rap.
Oh, that's fine.
Cool. Okay, R&B. Baduism.
Okay.
Voodoo. D'Angelo. Alicia Keys' first album.
Okay.
Jodeci's first album.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't say his name, but he had a very great album when he first came out. Music Soul Child.
Okay.
Now, to me personally, when he performs, man, but
yeah,
music wise, definitely a very great album.
Okay.
It's like an album I used to really replay.
Okay.
Then what about rap?
Rap.
Classic album.
The Black Album, Jay-Z.
Okay.
Blueprint, Jay-Z.
All right.
Kanye's first album, College Dropout.
Okay.
Let's listen to that.
Biggie's album,
Ready to Die or Life
Ready
After
to
Death?
Die.
Okay.
Lil Wayne, The Carter 3 or 2.
Okay.
Those is one of look. Those is.
I was hoping
like
he didn't
fight.
say Carter 3.
Nah,
but
the Carter 3 was tough though. Like people really like.
Hey,
if you really think about what songs was on the Carter 3, like he
Phone
really had.
Home.
He had to play Millie's on there. Lollipop. I mean not Lollipop. Mrs. Officer is on there. Like those are very like significant songs that still get played. Like
yeah.
You can't beat that shit. And then Carter 2 was tough.
Carter 2
was tough.
My opinion, Carter 2 is his best album.
Best album ever?
Yeah, of Lil Wayne.
See, I like
Carter
both.
3 is not a classic to me, but
I like both. Personally.
Yeah.
I like both.
Yeah.
That's why I said 3 or 2. It's a toss up for me.
Go ahead, Dad. Unless you ain't got none, because I got another question.
Go ahead. Do your
All
thing.
right.
You know how
We gonna step into your zone now. Well, our zone.
Yeah.
You say you like history.
Yep.
So how do you feel about Abraham Lincoln?
Abraham Lincoln?
Yes.
That's mad random.
we can have that.
I didn't know where he was. I'll never know where Magic going.
Yeah,
So that's
we
why
can have
we
can have that conversation. So with Abraham, I'm gonna say this after I drink. With Abraham Lincoln had a good and a bad side.
Okay.
But this one I'm gonna say that's good, and you might not agree with me, but I'm still gonna say it. Abraham had slaves.
Yes.
But he didn't treat his slaves bad like other people did. You know what I'm saying? He didn't whoop them. He didn't hang them. He didn't have them just looking tacky and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like he would treat them right. But the only thing that was bad on the end of Abraham for me was the fact that he used the Emancipation Proclamation as if that's what he really wanted to free Black people, when whole time he was using that tactic to stop the South from making more money than the North.
And winning the war.
Because at the end of the day, they had more money to win the war. They had more supplies to win the war. But if they stopped their biggest business, which was slavery at the time, he knew that they would lose the war and the Yankees would win. So he made the Emancipation Proclamation to basically put a hold on the South. And now the South is trying to figure out what to do. They was in shambles, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, even with the Emancipation Proclamation, that didn't stop white people from doing what they was doing.
Yeah.
That didn't stop them from making sharecropping a thing, making people in debt a thing, or hanging people, or Jim Crow laws. Like, all that shit still existed. Segregation still existed. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he was doing it for the moment. And honestly, the way people like praise him, oh, he freed slaves. Yes, he freed slaves because he signed a document. Well, intentionally, how did he feel? And personally, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know, but it was just how it's put out in history that it seems like he was just taking a rep because it was a good thing, but at the same time, you just wanted to win a war. So I don't know your personal life. I never met you, so I can't tell you how you really felt when you signed that paper. You know, but he did let his slaves go when he did sign the paper. It's one thing he definitely did. So yeah, good and bad, you know.
And do you think that Abraham Lincoln, well, you kind of answered that question already.
Cared about Black people?
Yes, that was my question.
I mean, to an extent, yeah. To an extent, yeah. Because like I said, he had slaves, but he didn't treat them bad. He wasn't calling them niggers. He wasn't whooping them like, go get my drink or something like that. Like, it wasn't like that when it came to his slaves. And a lot of people don't understand, like, certain people had slaves, but they didn't treat them like that. It was only certain areas like Mississippi, South Carolina, Florida.
The Deep South.
That treated them like fucking cattle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to know the difference.
Okay.
Well, on this show, we got two white people in history that we say didn't care about Black people.
Okay.
Abe Lincoln is one of them.
Okay.
Mainly because, and it's more of a philosophical, didn't care about Black people, but understood and had the business acumen to sustain a relationship with Black people.
Okay.
Right? So like, there are people who are not necessarily racist, but they're definitely prejudiced against Black people, white people. They're not racist.
I mean, back in that day, though, it was the norm.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? It was the norm. And I don't blame people for tradition, if that makes sense. Like, sometimes your family members raise you to be a certain way, and it's like, how can I blame you for that when your parents might have raised you like that? You know what I'm saying? There's certain white people, kids in that era was getting pampered, fed, taught how to talk by slaves. And when they got older, their parents died and they took over the plantation and they treated the same person that was doing all of that to them when they was kids like fucking cattle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a knowledge.
Where do you think it came from? When did that
racism
start?
came from business?
Mm-hmm.
Racism came from business. If you bought a dog that's $15,000, right,
Mm-hmm.
and you sitting here telling this dog what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and all of a sudden somebody made a law that you can't own dogs anymore. Dogs is free.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, I spent $15,000 on this motherfucking dog, and you telling me he could walk free?
Mm-hmm.
He could walk out my house? That's where it come from. Money.
Mm-hmm.
I own this shit.
Yep.
I own these motherfuckers. And now I don't own them no more. And my money just went down the drain. Now I don't like these motherfuckers because they took my motherfucking money. So business and racism go hand in hand for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
if you really think about it.
He says it's capitalism, but
capitalism,
which is a type of business.
Business. So the word white came in the 1600s.
Mm-hmm.
Because actually black people and white people were actually friends at one point.
Anglo-Saxons.
Yeah, they were friends. They was cool. But when they seen them being cool, they figured, oh, we can't have them being cool because if they're cool, then they can overturn us. They can take over what the fuck we got going on.
Bacon's Rebellion.
Yeah.
For those history.
Yeah. So for that, and then slavery ends, or whatever you want to call it, 1865. And then continue. It is what you were saying. It is I'm saying all that to say it is a something that's taught. It's not something.
It's not something that you just born into.
Somebody, it's something that's taught. Like again, the word white or the race white started in the 1600s.
Yeah,
we've been around for how long?
Same as black.
We've been
we just took it and flipped it.
Yeah,
like we do.
And we've been around for
ages.
Millions of years before that. So it's just,
and they've always recognized us as black,
right?
Throughout history,
mm-hmm.
Like they used to call us Moors.
Yeah, Moors. And even like with whites weren't whites, they just weren't Anglo-Saxon.
Mm-hmm.
So whiteness is legit like a minority class. Legit.
Yeah,
and they were
that was the class.
Such.
Yeah. But shit, even Caucasians got races against other Caucasians.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
You
Italians
have classism
don't like
within.
Jews.
Yeah, you have
Italians don't like Jews.
I'm about to say you have Italians,
like
you have Jews. Jews
people
was
look at Irish
attacked
people.
for years.
Certain white cultures look at Irish people like they the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like they got their own problem within their own people, just as well as black people got their own problem within their own people. Africa has fought tribe versus tribe all the time for territory reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's just human nature in a way, to have some type of dislike towards somebody that ain't you.
You think so?
Yeah.
You don't think it's a thing that's
look at what it is now. We free. In the 60s, black people were like this. We more freer than the 60s, and you got motherfuckers that's claiming blocks that they don't own, ready to blow your head off for that shit.
Right. So
and
we were like
that's
this,
not a mentality that was taught. That was a territorial thing.
If we was like this in the 60s, what happened in between for us to start fighting over blocks?
Black people lost leadership and stopped pushing the agenda. Just like any other culture, when they lose their leaders, they keep pushing the agenda. And that's why white people stay where they at. And that's why other cultures stay where they at. Because they keep pushing whatever agenda that they was pushing. When we had the Black Panther and everybody was together, when that leader died, what happened? Everybody broke off into separate gangs. Individualism. Well, we didn't keep pushing the agenda.
That's where I was going to go. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say there is a caveat to that, in the sense of there was a system making sure that we splintered off to our own things as well.
Yeah, but at the same time, that system still shouldn't have stopped what your agenda was as a people. That's like me telling you, if you got a family, right, and I come into your family and start lay down laws, y'all still family. Y'all still blood. I don't mean y'all got to listen to me. I'm going to die for what the fuck I believe in. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's why other cultures go to the furthest extent to keep pushing that agenda. If when ISIS lost Bin Laden, did they stop being ISIS? No. The Arabics, the people that push this crazy shit, when they leaders die, another motherfucker step up and they continue doing what they doing.
Mm-hmm.
Asians, same shit. Spanish, same shit.
But what protection does black people have to continue to keep things going?
Because like when
the 60s,
being together,
segregation started.
Yeah, but they were still together.
It
took boycotts. It took
when segregation happened, that stopped businesses. So when Black Wall Street burnt down, they built it back up again. And then when segregation happened, it was like, oh,
the power structure,
everything went. Okay, let me see what that white water tastes like. Let me see what this like. Oh, then white people figure out we get their dollars, it will make us richer.
Mm-hmm. And so then what happened? Yeah, a person like Martin Luther King that told you stick together, you boycott certain things, you stop doing this. They filled the jails up. Now white people, restaurants getting full of black people, they not taking their money because they black. Now they losing money as a business. They had to make things equal because they were getting. Black people were forcing an agenda on them no matter what the consequence was. And that's the problem about today's era. We don't do that.
But there's no protection for black people to do that. Because if you start something, they're going to kill. They're going in to kill.
The Crips wasn't the Crips off of gangbanging.
The Crips was a business before it was a business.
It was a community organization.
Yeah,
exactly. Bloods
it still is a business, actually.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But nowadays we know what cripping is cripping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we know.
It's still a business.
It's outside of the business shit. This shit is violence. Mm-hmm. This shit is driving by on a nigga that don't rep our shit. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Like individualism and territorial shit. That's always been a thing in human nature, period. Before we even got into slavery, tribes were against tribes.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers were killing motherfuckers because I want that land. That land got something that I need, and we not the same people, so I got to kill you off to get it. That's just a nature in humans.
I still can't.
It really is, though. If you really think about it, like,
I think it's a thing that's taught. Because
on the macro scale, it is. Because even now, they're talking about every.
So do you think bullying is taught?
Bullying is taught.
I don't think so.
It has to start with your parents first.
I don't think it's taught. Sometimes
you don't just go up and say.
Socially, it's taught.
I don't think it's taught. I think it's environmental circumstances. And this is why I say that. Because some people could look at somebody and be like, damn, I wish I had what they had. So I'm going to bully their ass for it. That's not a characteristic that your parents telling you to do, though. There's mad bullies out there wait. There's mad bullies out there that have great parents. Mm-hmm. Great parents, and they're not teaching them their kids to do that shit. But when they step outside of their parenting, they doing shit that they're thinking. That's not some taught shit. When you're taught something, that means your parents taught you how to go fuck up that kid's life. That's not teaching. That's environmental circumstances of looking at somebody and wishing you had what they had. That's just like somebody bagging the baddest bitch and you don't get bitches. And now you trying to figure out how I'm supposed to get bitches like that. And then it comes from jealousy. Jealousy is not taught. Jealousy is a feeling that you get.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, somebody did something to me, my anger pops. Anger's not taught. That's just something that naturally happens when you don't like some shit. So jealousy is
going in a different direction though. Well, because bullying also is a lot of insecurity.
But jealousy comes
and
from
you can have great parents and still have insecurity. So your parents, you can have great parents.
Though. That's all I'm saying.
But insecurity is something that starts at home.
Depends though. It depends. So it depends what we talking about.
I think it's both sides. So I think we're talking semantics right now and on different coins, but it's the same difference. So there's two parts of the child, right? You have what's learned and reinforced at home, right? By parents.
And that's teachings.
And then you have also what is learned in practice outside of the home.
Social.
So that's the social constructs, right? Yeah. So I think bullying stems more from the social constructs of what groups of friends do I want to be a part of?
Exactly.
So then I start to do things based off of what I think the people will like me for, right?
And that's not teach though. That's what I'm saying. He said taught. That's not taught. That's something
it depends though, because if I'm in the hood,
you could. Okay, so I get what you're saying. You could
because
learn
I know what people to be around.
Yeah,
or not.
You could learn that type of shit from a nigga.
And I know who to bully.
I know. I know when to pick my fights and when not to pick.
Yeah, because somebody was like, "Yo, you can them kids over there. Yeah, you can do that." He's
slapping himself. Leave that nigga alone because he's a crazy ass nigga.
We tried to bully him, but yo, dude, for real.
Or your parents tell you or teach you. These are the type of people you want to be around.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's also a thing that's taught.
Yeah, similar to like like women, right? You have men who it just naturally come to them. You got men who is naturally attractive. You have men that has like early on, you got facial hair and things of that nature that women like, right? But then you have the men that have to learn how to talk to women. And a lot of the time just through in these social settings, or like if we are out at a function or whatever, it used to be Horizon Fun Effects for the Rochester people who's listening to the show, where you'll be like, oh, I go up to that one and just say such and such. So then they'll go. It might get dubbed. You go back to the bros and be like, yeah, it didn't work. Right?
But that's okay. Yeah, that's true for some people though. That's not true for everybody.
Just like
there's people that really be solo and it comes from trial and error.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
But
exactly.
Yeah.
But all experience ain't taught.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like where it's
that's
semantics.
What I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like yes, some people do have to get taught certain shit. But certain people go. Nobody taught me how to swim. Nobody taught me how to do certain shit that I know how to do.
Oh, yeah.
It was through trial and error.
Yeah, I taught myself how to tie
So, you know what I'm saying? So, therefore, that's why I'm saying, like, in certain circumstances, it ain't teachings. In circumstances, it's just environmental trial and error.
Go ahead.
And I was about to say, and the other part is you also can't teach what you didn't know in the first place. So, like, most of our parents been in survival. So teaching certain things, it's not going to happen. You have to figure it out outside, or you partake in the youth development realm where you have other adults whose job it is to coach and teach you how to do certain things. Yeah. So I think that it's a both and type situation to where it's not necessarily
like neither one of us is wrong.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Because there's people out there that do get taught those behaviors, but then there's people that, like I said, it's an environmental trial and error thing. Where some niggas is dolo. Some motherfuckers don't have a crowd that they be with. And they gotta learn on their own. How do I talk to a girl? Oh, this didn't work when I walked up to this girl. Let me try something else. You know what I'm saying? So it's more like it's really trial and error for certain people. But that's not everybody. That's why I'm saying like neither one of us is wrong. Yes, there is teachings of bullying. There is teachings of racism. There is teachings of that. But then there's also environment aura that you have with certain people. Like I don't fuck with yo because he from that side. You know what I'm saying? That's the culture. My mom and my dad ain't teach me, oh, the west side niggas is ops or the north side. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's teaching that. That you hang with a clique and this clique don't like that clique and y'all don't like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just it's really a natural human thing to not like certain shit. That's just what it is. We have a like and dislike for a lot of shit. And when you get with a certain crowd that y'all all agree, now if that crowd don't agree with you, fuck them. That's how it go. That's just how it go. And that's why wars have always happened. That's why fights has always happened. That's why disagreements have always happened. None of that shit would exist if it wasn't a natural human thing. We could all get along if that's the case, but we can't because naturally we ain't gonna all fit together. Naturally, you might do some shit that disgusts me. Literally, you just walked in the house and you just played basketball and your ass go to the kitchen and start eating food with your bare hands. You nasty ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't grow up like that. No you wildin'. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or I see you picking your nose in front of it like you're wildin'. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's certain attributes that somebody else gonna do that you ain't gonna fuck with, and you might not even fuck with them just off of that little shit.
Facts.
And then the little shit turns into bigger shit.
Yeah.
So that's just natural human shit. Literally. I done met niggas for the first time, slapped them up and everything. Ain't said nothing wrong to them, ain't did nothing wrong to them, but they don't like me for some odd fucking reason. Say you ain't never experienced that, or seen it.
No. I've definitely experienced it.
You've never seen somebody just say, you know, I don't like dude. Why? He cool. He ain't never. I don't know, something about him. That's something about him. Now you telling me that's taught or that's just a natural? It's a natural thing.
That's natural,
that's energy. It's an energy thing. And energy is natural.
That's natural, and it's also learned over time based off of who's wrong. Like that also stems back to like trauma, whether it's secondary trauma or direct
but
trauma. But
could also not be trauma. Like I done walked up on people and they. When I tell you, I know some people that ain't never been through shit, but they. I don't like them. I don't like them.
Well, depends
you know
on,
what I'm saying? And it's just a judgmental factor.
It
you know
depends
what
on what we mean by never been through like anything, because like I've sat in rooms with people that said they've never in their life experienced trauma, and I'm like, you grew up in the inner city, even if it's secondhand trauma, you still experience trauma.
Right.
So it's like that's one of those things where, yeah, we gauge going through things in different ways, but a lot of the times we mask the real thing for like, I don't like them because they shoes is yellow. Where in the reality is I actually like their shoes and I feel like I want them shoes, but I'm making a crazy scenario.
I know what you
but
mean.
It's like we, instead of saying the thing of, nah, I don't like him because I feel like he get more girls than I did.
It's almost like somebody calling a nigga a nerd. Telling me wish he was smart.
But he wish he was like that.
Yeah,
or he liked the same things, but like, I want to make sure you don't come in and take my spot. So I'm going to make you look, I'm going to demonize you because.
Or you dress bummy.
Yeah.
Just, or you wear Coogee, you don't wear American Eagle.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whole time Coogee costs a lot. So
that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying like that. But that's the type of shit I'm talking about. Nobody teaching you how to do that. That's just regular thought process of growing up and being a person. That's like somebody saying when you do something bad, that's taught. That's not always taught. It's not always taught when you do some bad shit. Sometimes it's out of curiosity.
That's a fact, because
what you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah,
exactly. So you wanna, oh, let me see what this do.
So let me say let me say, because all of it is still taught. Maybe not by just wait.
No, I'm with you.
Maybe it's not by a parent, but it's always living off
environmental.
That's why I say
that's why I said it's not.
It's still taught.
It's not taught as in like.
Because even
ABC type shit, but
I'm not. Like, I wasn't saying it like that. Like you need to go and blah, blah. I'm saying it shit.
It's an environmental thing, though.
Yeah, it's still taught. It's not like you gonna naturally just be like, wake up and like, you know what? I don't like your eyes, so I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
No, it's like
but it's
environmental. Because the people, how you were just saying the block and this and that. People in the suburbs not even think about. They mind not even thinking like that.
Nah.
So that's what I'm saying.
You know why?
It's environmental.
Because it's a different type of struggle.
Different type of struggle, different type of culture. And also, when you in those suburbs, it's quiet. So you got a lot of time to think and think.
Ain't no struggle
the other way.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you got a struggle, when there's struggle in the environment, now it's territory going to always exist.
And also,
white people ain't thinking, you can't come on Long Pond.
That's some inner city, or let me not even say inner city. That's just poverty mind.
Poverty.
I don't like this person because of this person. That's the crab in a barrel thing, which crab shouldn't even be in a barrel. Mm-hmm. But that's where, and which also comes from systematic racism as well. Mm-hmm. So it's like,
yeah. Well, I think I was just thinking deeply over here while y'all was talking. I think we're also interchanging learning and teaching when they're two different things in the way that we're talking about it. So like when you were saying you're not taught that, Magic was saying, but you got to learn it somewhere.
Yeah, you got
basically what I was saying.
Yeah. So I get where he's saying.
Instinct difference, because you were talking like your parents don't.
Like you just you're born and then it's just there.
But
some shit is instinct,
the way that,
though.
like what you just said about energy, that's instinctual, because some parents is highly religious and they go, nah, that's the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But naturally you just be like, nah, I don't something about him.
Boy
just like
you know
on the other side, on the positive side, you gravitate towards people. Like when I went to Soda, I didn't go there in 7th grade year because I was down in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
When I came back, I gravitated towards who is now some of my closest friends. Now it was just natural. Or like when I was in Atlanta, when I did my undergrad, I gravitated towards the athletes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like there's a natural gravitational pull, but then of that group, you like, nah, I'm good on them. I just be with them in practice, but these are the ones that I know that I can, you know what I'm saying? Because then you start to learn how people move, operate, and all
Don't
that
read
stuff.
a book by its cover. It's basically where that's still from. Yeah.
But
also you possibly found something that you had in common with that person.
Yeah.
And you didn't realize y'all had something in common.
I was just about to say that.
When you meet the niggas like, oh nah, you different.
Yeah.
You ain't what I thought you were. Yeah.
Similarities matter, but I just feel like even when you feeling somebody out, like you don't always get taught how to fill somebody out. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so
yeah.
therefore, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's certain shit that just happens because it ain't taught. War, being angry at somebody because of how they look or some shit like that, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But like, just having territory, like, people are territorial, period. And that's just an instinct in humans. We are all territorial. When you get a bitch, you don't want nobody talking to your bitch the way you talk to your bitch. You know what I'm saying? When you that's just real. When you do certain shit, you just don't want somebody in your space when you doing that certain shit. You know what I'm saying? So territory has always, to me, been like a human thing. It's just been a human. And sometimes when it comes to territory, that shit comes with racism. Sometimes that comes with hating people. Sometimes that comes with, I don't want to be by this certain group of people. Yeah. And that's not, to me, always taught. It's more of just an instinct that we have. You certain lions don't be around certain lions in the jungle. You know what I'm saying? They all fucking lions. You know what I'm
about to say naturally it's territorial.
It's natural territory.
Like, if you come into a pride, you gotta fight to claim that territory.
A wolf. Wolves in packs. Yeah. And certain packs of wolves can't fuck with certain packs. So if that's happening in the animal world, how is it not instinctively in the human world? That's what I'm saying. Like, some shit is really instinct. Some shit ain't something that just gotta be taught.
I mean, that's why we in the Middle East, in a sense, because territorially we wanted the territory, but we
gotta fight for it.
I'm talking about our allies at the time. They wanted the territory because of the resources, which is typically what the motivation is.
Yeah,
I need this territory because you
this
have
shit got
something that I need.
Exactly.
Right? And if we're not trading, then I have to figure out how to get it. And a lot of times it's fighting, right? The Crusaders for the Pope, when he was pushing religion on people who didn't practice the Catholic religion, right? Christianity.
Facts.
But like the Middle East is more so like the oil. That's how the EU was in there at first, and then when they kicked them out,
that's why the Middle East so rich.
Yeah,
the Middle East rich off they billionaires and trillionaires off that oil.
Yeah, off the oil.
Yeah,
right. That's the 40% of where the oil come from in the world. And there's a capitalistic system behind that we lead. So it's territorially, I need that. That's why we over there now. Now that's good. So
what was the other person that's racist to you though? Because
we went all the way over Susan B. Anthony.
Susan B. Anthony.
Yeah. Another one, which is a hometown hero.
You know what's crazy? I'm surprised y'all ain't say Andrew Jackson.
Well, we know.
Well, we know him, but
I'm just saying he's more racist than Susan B. Anthony.
So here's why I say those two. I'm glad you called this back because we'll go.
I forgot all about that.
I forgot.
I'm still saying like, what the hell y'all talking about? Then it hit me.
No, that's good. I mean that. Yeah, he's smart for real. Like how he said.
Jackson, Nixon.
So the reason why, the reason why I said those two,
I'm saying them names before I say Susan B. Anthony.
But that's the thing though, right? So
probably because it's more aimed towards black women.
Well, here's the reason why I say those two people, because those two people are praised for black advancement. So those two people in particular, Abe Lincoln is on the wall of the African American Museum because of what they say. He's the one who freed the slaves.
Technically,
so
he is.
Cared about it, technically he is. So I get it, but we also have to acknowledge, which they don't,
the background
that he said that he would cut off his hand. Or no, that's Susan B. Anthony. But he said that he white people is mentally superior than black people. So he had ideologies that were racist, right? Just like Nathaniel Rochester. He didn't believe that black people should be educated in ever, right? Yeah. So I'm talking about people who are given the badge of honor because of what they did in spite of what they believed about black people. So when I'm saying it, it's more so a call to remember that they can sit right next to us and they can do for us, but still be against us, right? And that's something that we have to acknowledge. So Susan B. Anthony was the same difference.
Yeah, who was her best friend?
But you don't think a lot of people do that though? I'm just saying, because this is the reason why I say that. This is the reason why I say that. Because people look at prisoners like shit.
Because they technically slaves.
But there's people out there that would do good for them.
Yeah.
But still believe on the other side, like, they're still a prisoner. I wouldn't let this motherfucker in my house. I wouldn't let this motherfucker date my daughter. I wouldn't let this. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the way that Abraham Lincoln is saying what he's saying with his shit, and Susan B. Anthony saying what she's saying with her shit. So it's like, in a sense, we kind of, I ain't gonna say all, but a nice majority of people do that. They do good towards a subject that they know, hey, I wouldn't have a sit down conversation with this motherfucker, but he does deserve to eat. He does deserve some type of, you know what I'm saying? Still a human. Yeah. Exactly. So I don't blame people for having their own thought process of other shit, especially if they're showing the greater good. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. We all wrong in certain aspects of life. And you wouldn't want God judging you off that part. You would want God to judge you off the majority of your good things that you've done. You know what I'm saying? So why go so into digging into Abraham's simple side of like, oh, okay, he said this, he said that, but he did a greater good at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. So I don't really judge people off of the things they think about, because everybody think about some fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if I'm going to judge people like that, everybody wrong.
When it comes to prison and prisoners, that's a lot of media, and also that comes from slavery too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that prisoner was a way, like, when I say prisoners, I'm just saying prisoners in the simple fact that they're in prison. They might have committed murder, they might have committed theft, kidnapping, anything of that nature. But even in the Bible, like, it talks about praying for prisoners. Mm-hmm. It talks about being non-judgmental towards them, because at the end of the day, you don't want God to judge you for the fucked up shit you done on the side. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Is like, Abraham, yeah, he might have said that, but was his greater good bigger than what he said? Yes.
Well, I personally don't know.
I'm saying, because what you said he said about white people.
He said that white people, he basically pushed the narrative that white people are mentally and physically superior than black people.
Okay, so he said that. Mm-hmm. But is that quote bigger than the Emancipation Proclamation? No.
Whoa, wait a second. So
they didn't put people back in slavery.
Right, but the rebuttal...
you know what I'm saying?
But the rebuttal is, right, in terms of the context of what I'm doing and recalling the one of the underlying characteristics of the person that we are deeming as our savior, right, is if the Union was winning the war, would he have freed slaves? With that
or was it
mindset,
when they were stopping, if they stopped the money from coming in, from trading?
That's what I'm saying.
If they stopped trading, then what's
correct?
So with that being said, with that question, right? Mm-hmm. That's a big if that'll never be understood, because it never happened.
That's correct. So
what happened?
No. I get that part.
No. I know you got killed, but I'm just saying what happened.
And that's a great point in terms of like the conversation.
Yeah.
Because again, we having this conversation not necessarily for us, but we're having it for all that's listening.
That's a fact.
And I think one of the things that I always recall, and I will be remiss, I would be ignorant in a sense if I didn't acknowledge that the mindset that we're talking about, the reality that we're talking about, is the reason why Carmelo Anthony is in jail right now, 35 years, because there are white people who will stand beside us until it's time.
Pause. Carmelo Anthony's in jail.
The kid.
17-year-old.
There's a kid.
There's a kid named
Bobby, like,
no, not
Nixon
that.
5.
No, not that Carmelo Anthony.
It's a 17-year-old kid that was in track and field.
Yeah,
in
19 now. He's about to turn.
Well, he was 17 at the time.
He was 17 at the time.
Yeah, he went underneath the tent. It was raining outside. He went underneath the tent. It was
two twins.
Twins.
But the story
is 4 people went into the tent. 6 people went into the tent. 6
boys.
Yeah, they went into the tent, bothering him, telling him to get out, because it wasn't his school tent. It was the other school tent.
At a track meet. Invitational, I'm assuming.
So they went in, bothering him, telling him to leave. Somebody said they seen him, or they grabbed...
The
twin. Mind you, the twins is like as big as you. Two of them.
6'1", 230.
And they've been said that...
Well, I'm 6'5", but I get what you mean.
And they've been said that they're like been bullies. Like, this is something that they do. And one of them...
protected himself?
Yeah, basically pulled him, and then he stabbed him, then he ran out the tent.
Whoa.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Allegedly.
we don't know.
Allegedly.
We don't know if he stabbed him because they didn't go deep with any experts around what actually happened to angle the knife or whatever.
Yeah. Or if it was a knife.
The running theory, it is a knife.
It's a knife.
Definitely
So it is a knife.
The running theory.
He did stab him just one time and then he ran.
Allegedly.
No. It happened. It happened.
Really
no. It actually happened. So, but he ran to a coach.
Not the whole thing.
He ran to the coach
part, yeah.
and crying, telling him that I stabbed him, but I told him not to touch me, right?
And he about to do 35 for that?
35. So the running.
What year? Where is this?
Texas.
That's
Fresno.
Why. That's why.
No, it's not. Well,
no,
yeah,
Texas.
No.
That's why he's getting 35. That's what I'm saying. If this was New York, he's not getting 35 for that.
No,
he might get like a 7 to 10 year sentence.
Well, yeah, because it would have been
That's
like at least involuntary. Well, involuntary manslaughter if it was in a blue state because he.
If it was in Florida, he would have been.
But he was
fine.
in. No, it was in Texas.
No,
Texas,
I'm saying if it was in Florida,
there's certain states, and that's why I don't like the word United
Texas
States.
is
they got staying your ground too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but here's the thing, though: the running theory is they feel that the blade was 3.5 inches.
Mm.
It only penetrated 2 inches. It happened when he lunged to push him again. They said he pulled the knife out, and basically it was one motion.
Where he stabbed him.
Pulled the knife out. He's right-handed.
Yeah.
His hand was in there. Heart was on the left side. So it went 2 inches and it clipped the artery. An artery that if it's clipped, you dying. There's no coming back to that. Yeah. So he died.
Oh.
So when he stabbed, it happened so quick. It was like, boom, dropped the knife. He looked up. He said, I'm stabbed. And then he fell. And then Carmelo ran to an adult to say, I stabbed him.
I ain't gonna lie, that's 2nd-degree murder in New York.
But New York don't have to stand your ground. So if you kill somebody,
that's
it's at least
murder.
Second degree, third degree, or involuntary homicide, right? The problem is Texas has stand your ground. So if he was not the aggressor and the boy was the aggressor, he gets off on stand your ground. But they gave him 35 days. Guess how long the trial was? 4 days.
What's his sentence?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
They sentenced him.
Monday was closing arguments.
Yeah, Texas is a hard state,
and it's a county that's 61% white.
Yeah,
and all of the
Texas is just one of them states. Like Texas is one of them states you do not want to get caught doing no bullshit
as a black person,
as any person that ain't white.
Well, here's the thing though.
You Mexican, you do something in Texas, slaying your ass. You Asian, slaying your ass. You white, well, we can work around some situations. You know what I'm saying? But that's Texas.
Which goes back to my point of when I'm calling out the baseline of calling out people like Abe Lincoln and Susan B. Anthony in particular, those two, because of Susan B. Anthony, her best friend was Frederick Douglass, and she was the leader of women's suffrage, and the reason why we have women's rights is because of Susan B. Anthony,
which is true,
100% true. Yeah. But we have to also acknowledge the full story, right?
Yeah.
The whole story, which means that she did it, meaning partner with Frederick Douglass, because Frederick Douglass gave her the political capital for her to then be able to lift women's suffrage, and Frederick Douglass would be crazy for him to say you can't include black women in women's suffrage as well. But her ideology is I will cut my right hand off before I bring a black person with me, or she says something along those lines. So it's not necessarily to discount the greater good, because I appreciate the greater good, and I appreciate that the Confederacy was winning. And then the Union had to basically throw a Hail Mary, a kamikaze, a reverse card in order to make us all free. Because if not, we will probably still be slaves, right? It's a big what if.
Yeah, and that's why I ain't gonna lie, I hate if y'all was God, because y'all go look at the whole story. Sir, I said some bullshit.
Word. Look at the whole story, like no.
Yeah, so for me, and that's the thing, like even just me being a person that do believe in God, like I don't always try to look at that type of stuff just because it's like, was their greater good bigger than that stuff? And it was. Yeah, he made that statement. Yeah, she made that statement. But was their actions bigger than their statements. Yes.
But was it the intent of you for you, or was it the intent for them?
Look.
What about the white people around them, though?
Even with that question there, look at where we are now. We are all here in this room.
It wasn't for them.
Part of it was though. That's what I'm saying. No. This is the thing.
Because there was a lot of black people that put their feet to the ground.
And those are the people that we will always, as black people,
and they could have did some bad shit.
But I'm just saying, as in paperwork. As in, you heard, because they
got a page.
As in paperwork, as in technically signing some shit that makes some shit go away. That's a greater good. And that greater good helped us.
But the thing is,
that greater good helped us do what we was doing.
The thing is, we never said he was a bad person. I never said he was a bad person.
No, I don't even think that
because he actually, before he really passed away because he was trying to give black people knowledge of
he died for the cause.
How to use money.
You know what I'm saying?
He died for the cause.
Frederick Douglass was with Abraham Lincoln trying to help him, and they opened up the Freedom Bank.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I say we
didn't say he was a bad person.
Look, the big what ifs to me.
No, the Ronald Reagan
only matter if it was an actual. Fuck double
look,
R.
Look,
what about the greater good?
The greater good.
They didn't have a greater good.
Yeah, black people got rich off that.
No,
and some black people got
BMF.
Yeah.
So you got wait. No, wait, Paul. Hey, yo,
Rick Ross.
Nah, look at that. Wait. I'm glad y'all said that because who came before Reagan?
Wasn't Nixon?
Who came before? Exactly.
Nixon. Yeah.
Nixon made it possible for niggas to get rich. Reagan made it possible for niggas to go to jail. That's the difference.
And what
Reagan
about Clinton?
made the war on drugs.
What about Clinton?
And Biden.
Clinton was too busy getting his dick sucked in the office.
But he also did the 3 strikes.
Yeah, he did the 3 strikes in Cali.
That was written by
Cali.
With Joe Biden.
Look, but that's Cali though. That ain't the whole United States. That's California. You get 3 strikes, that's your ass. That was Cali though.
But what was in the 90s?
For the federal though.
Even for the 90s, there wasn't 3 strikes every state.
No, but I'm saying you saying Cali, but what was in the 90s in Cali? What was on the rise?
All the bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
All the nigga shit.
Rodney fucking
look, all the nigga shit.
Yeah.
But this is the thing too about that too. So a lot of people don't know, like the police department from LAPD back in that time, they came from Alabama. They came from Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
They came from states where they did not like niggas. So that's why when they moved to LA and was policing LA, that's why all that shit was happening.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like they got some real Californian white people to be police officers. No, them police officers were literally recruited from the fucking South. Didn't have no clue about Watts. Didn't have no clue about Los Angeles. They coming from Bama, Birmingham, Mobile, you know what I'm saying? Them country ass places that don't like niggas. So they coming with that mentality.
Yeah.
It's just like back in the World War II when certain white people went to the military to learn military tactics, and when they left, they became double S Aryan Nation brothers. You know what I'm saying? To make their gang more superior. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that shit. It wasn't like that was the motive. It's just whoever owned LAPD at that fucking time were recruiting their motherfuckers from the fucking country bunking white folks.
Was that an accent?
Nah,
was that an Abraham?
I'm just saying, a goddamn
it sounded like it came out a little.
Look, a goddamn little bit southern brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally, they got them from people in them states that did not like us. So that's why all them riots happen. That's why all them beatings happen. You know what I'm saying? So even NYPD at a point in time, like, was a bit racist, but they couldn't do what they was doing in LA and NY. It was just too much people.
Yeah.
That'll fight the fuck back.
They two on top of each other.
And then at a point in time, NYPD was ran by who? The mafia.
Oh yeah. That's why they all talk like that.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the whole New York talk like that. That's how that's why black people
That's why we
like
say Charlotte.
That's why
Charlotte is because the Italian people ran Rochester. That's why we say
Charlotte.
We don't say Charlotte. We don't say Charlotte because of Charlotte.
Charlotte is Charlotte Beach, bro. Chili Ave, bro.
But that's
I'm tired of y'all.
Chili
Look, I'm tired of you Rochesters.
It's Chili.
I'm from the Chili area.
And shit.
I'm from the
Chili
but it's
Ave.
because of
Chili Ave sound more harder anyway. Like I'm from Chili Ave. Like that shit sound way better than I'm from Chili. I ain't scared of no nigga that say Chili.
I'm from
Chili Ave. You heard?
I am a 19 ward baby. I am a Chili baby.
Listen here. I went to the Boys and Girls Club. I stayed on the west.
Well, they say Chili.
Look, I went to the west. I lived on the west side. I lived on the east side. I lived on the north side. I lived on all sides of Rochester. I'm still saying Chili Ave.
Hey.
It sounds
you like
better.
it, I love it.
It sounds better.
But the reason
when you
why
go to the restaurant, Chili's, do you say let's go to Chali's?
No.
Okay then. It's spelled exactly the same.
Of the Rochester
slang.
Yeah,
but I can't respect it. Even though I'm from this motherfucker, I can't respect. It's Chili Ave, and it sounds better.
I feel it. Yo, what I will say though is, you walk in this short hour and a half conversation. I will say you walk in your authenticity. Don't stop doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you said something in the beginning when Magic asked you, like, what is your end goal? And you was like, to basically be as close to God.
Yeah. At the end of my life, I want to be able to sit back and know, yeah, I did this, I did that, but what was my majority?
Mm-hmm.
Just like we was just talking about with Abraham Lincoln.
But that's what I'm. So that is what clicked it, because I'm like, oh, he living in his truth right now.
Like my greater good. What's the greater good?
Yeah.
Because God gonna judge you by your greater good if you not judging other people.
Word.
But if you judging other people, you gonna be judged. Say that in the Bible. Thou that do not judge won't be judged. Thou that don't condemn won't be condemned. So I try to walk in that type of ego. I mean, that type of personality. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So will you forgive Reagan?
Reagan? Yeah. I forget you, but still fuck you, nigga. Nigga. So here's the thing. I don't gotta like you. You know what I'm saying? Just like in the Bible where it say turn the other cheek. That don't mean let niggas slap the shit out you all the time and beat you the fuck up. No, that's not giving somebody the right to chastise you. No, I'm gonna protect myself at all time. But when I can ignore some shit. When I can walk away from some shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's you don't got to keep feeding that energy. Right. But if somebody slap me dead in my face, I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna punch you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That God ain't say don't punch him. He said no. If you could walk away from some shit, walk away from it. If you could ignore that shit, ignore it. If you could avoid it, avoid it. But somebody that not saying be pussy. You know what I'm saying? That's just real shit. It ain't saying the Bible be pussy. No, nigga. If you hit me and I'm going to punch the shit out you. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, that's what I'm saying. So
it's a balance.
It's a balance of shit, and people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't judge people for what they do. Everybody make mistakes. Everybody go through certain shit that make them do certain shit. You know what I'm saying? And what do I look like as a man that made my own mistakes to judge the next person? As long as your greater good is bigger than your bad, that's all that matters to me.
That's lit. Mm-hmm. Like I said, you walking in your authenticity. You said it in the show, and it came out in the show and through the flow of the conversation. I think that's dope.
Yeah, it's of course you got people that done did some shit. And it's like, damn, you, god damn. But still at the same time, I have no right to judge you, because I don't know what made you do those moves. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in your shoes. I wasn't next to you when you was mad and this happened. Mm-hmm. So what do I look like? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if your greater good bigger than your bad.
Yeah, me, man.
What you think about Hitler? Surprised y'all ain't say that, nigga. Hey, y'all saying Abraham Lincoln, Hitler. Mussolini, like what? Stalin, like these niggas.
I ain't going that deep because I'm focusing on our experience and what we've built here. Okay. I mean, I can go there, but Hitler was Jews,
blacks too.
Yeah, but
blacks too. If you really dig deep, anybody that was not German,
you ain't gotta go deep for that one.
You feel me? Yeah. I'm just saying, anybody that wasn't German in Europe, getting that ass waxed.
Yeah, but see, with us. And I'm talking about the diaspora now.
Like the black Americans?
Yeah, we focus too much on everybody else. So like for us, I'm focusing on who we say is our saviors. Mm-hmm. Because...
So who you would say your top 5 saviors of America?
Saviors of America?
Yeah, for black people. Who your top 5?
Oh, see, I don't like using saviors, but I'll play the game. for Black America.
Black America. Who your top 5 people, leaders? That
for me,
that
one
made a
is
change.
Malcolm X.
That made a change.
That made a change. So so Malcolm X, MLK, Fred Hampton, Huey P. Newton, and Bobby Seale come together.
Okay.
They're wrapped together. Mamie Till.
Okay. What about
you? I'll probably do the same, but I would probably add Muhammad Ali.
Okay. Surprised none of y'all said Thurgood Marshall.
It's too many. You could say Thurgood Marshall. You could say you gave me 5.
Government. But I'm just saying that's government.
You could say
like
Marvin Garvey.
The people y'all named was more like what they call it? About you know what word I'm trying to say.
Abolitionists.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Abolitionists.
Yeah. You named more of those than people that actually like went into the government.
Well, Muhammad Ali is one of them.
That's
he wasn't a political leader though.
Technically, he was. Also, is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar too.
I mean,
but you talking about like on
if you talking about abolitionists.
Abolitionists.
Right.
I thought
literally.
I thought something was wrong. Hey, say something.
Nah, that shit is hard. When you think about it, when you try to talk, you think abolitionists. Okay,
yeah. They fought against the government.
Yeah, they fought against the government. But what I'm saying, like placement of the government.
Thurgood was a judge. To fight on.
Thurgood was a judge.
Yeah,
one of the first Black judges.
See, but
Supreme Court judge.
How many?
Yeah.
Like that's a big
that's
thing.
A big thing, especially from his era.
You know what I mean? That's a very big thing.
That's tough because
dang, I'm gonna have to think about my list. That's a
you know what I'm saying?
That was on the spot though.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking
because
those
a
5,
lot of you guys named a lot of abolitionists.
Those 5
got it right this time.
Those 5 also birth like particular elements of community that I embody today.
That's a fact.
So like,
I'm not saying nothing wrong.
No.
With it.
I'm
about to say nothing wrong with
now
your
I'm
5.
thinking like, okay, those. And I always say if it wasn't for Mamie Till, we would probably still be in segregation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can't leave Mamie off, even though it was only the showing of Emmett. But the showing of Emmett sparked the Montgomery bus boycott because she was thinking about Emmett at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it sparked certain things to where now we got the civil rights movement and we here. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm thinking of, okay, well, I'm always fighting for Black women and I'm always thinking about what Mamie did. And she risked everything in her being as a mom to not show her baby.
Right.
For the greater good of the culture, the people.
That's a fact.
And that stemmed so many different things. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Technically, if I was cheating, I would group Malcolm X and MLK together because they are one and the same.
They fought the same fight.
Yeah, they were one and the same.
They just fought it different.
But they fed off each other. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in a sense, right? MLK, I would put him as close to Thurgood Marshall as possible, not in the same, obviously not explicitly in government, but he was a puppet, if you will, of government.
Yeah.
Until he wasn't, and then he was killed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of what he did
like
was
JFK,
because
like
of his
speech.
leverage with the Christian Democratic Convention or whatever that was. So, but I would group them together.
Copy. Yeah,
I would put Thurgood.
You got Andrew Young too. Black mayor of Atlanta. Yeah,
we had that conversation.
You got a lot of people that I honestly like. I feel like we give a lot of the abolitionists shine compared to people that were like the first judges, first Black lawyers, first Black person to graduate from Harvard. First, that shit matters because them people really changed how shit moved for the rest of Black people. You know what I'm saying?
We got to know who they
first
are. First
Black president. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, but it's just stuff like that I feel like people don't tap into to really try to understand and know. Like, we always worried about who was the abolitionist of groups.
I feel it.
Instead of the people that.
Yeah, you got that shit down pat. I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
Abolitionist.
Yeah.
I got it.
There you go.
It's to me, they really put boots to the ground. They front line.
They did. But
and that front line are the front people to get killed.
No, that's a fact.
But politics is like, you got some protection a little bit.
Thurgood was out there too.
He was out there, but
he was out there.
Yeah, but again, how many?
He was part of the march. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was part of the march.
How many do you know off the top that was frontline, that was in government.
I mean, you got people like W.D. Du Bois.
That's yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got people that like I feel like that type of stuff matters.
It's so slim, compared to the abolitionists.
Yeah,
no, of course,
yeah, you got
no, of course, because because when it comes to
because they was fighting, like literally
they gotta abolish it. Yeah, they gotta abolish
getting their ass whooped.
But at the same
Fred
time,
Hampton getting killed in his sleep.
The first black person that graduated from Harvard dealt with a lot of racism.
Yeah,
dealt with a lot of prejudice.
But as well as what's the girl name?
Who?
1965. What's the girl name?
Talk about the lady that
when segregation ended.
You gotta joke my memory some more.
The first black girl to go to integrated.
Ruby Bridges.
She went through the same shit.
She desegregated schools.
Yeah. But that shit matters.
And,
you know why? If they got in, I mean the rest of us could get in.
Yeah.
And now we in schools that we thought we would never go to.
Mm-hmm.
Now we in places that we thought we could never reach. And
but
that
with
matters.
her fight and nothing against her at all, it was a law pass. So it was going to happen regardless. We don't know when.
She broke the barrier.
But she broke the barrier. Which, I said, I'm not.
And I respect those barriers. You know what I'm saying? I respect those breaking barriers.
But then again, you have those that literally
did they thing. They were soldiers. They was the Marines.
There we go. They front line.
And like I said,
they getting shot at. They getting all types of shit.
That's a fact.
Honestly, you could even throw Tupac in there as an abolitionist because
in a way, his mama was a Black Panther.
And then on his own, he was trying to throw out knowledge,
and that's why
he's shooting at the police in Atlanta. Like
and that's why I put like Bobby Seale and Fred Hampton in there. Fred Hampton was a youth. He was younger than all of us.
When he was 20, in there. What, 21? 21 he passed away?
He started getting monitored at 17 years old.
17.
He died at 21.
17.
Yeah.
He was
Think about you being 17 and the FBI is on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Hampton's number 2.
Being right though.
Right.
Doing right things.
Fred Hampton's number 2.
Exercising your rights.
He was in Congress until 2020. He's still alive until like 2016, 2019, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like of late, that's when he like ended his career. But he went from after he died, he went straight into politics. Yeah. But that's because Fred Hampton and all that he did. Fred Hampton also created free lunch programs and acupuncture and all of that stuff. So like and then he actually was doing it, like meeting with people. Now we can't do that. Now you got to go. Oh, now we bringing this in. We need this on that side of town. Talk to this person. Talk to that person. Now again, we have to also do the same thing. We're taking their greater good over their bad. They all had bad, right? The Black Panthers didn't treat Black women the way that they're supposed to be treated, right? Very misogynist.
Muhammad Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah,
goddamn,
you had it backwards.
He had good.
I tell
and he
people
had
all the
bad
time,
well.
when you see that, you gotta think about the eras of time too, though.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Different cultures.
This is an era where men dominated.
Like Fences, the play in the show.
Exactly. Men dominated in that era. The tradition was the man to speak. The tradition was the man to do this, the man to do that. The woman was supposed to be a woman and sit back.
You were supposed to just nurture.
Exactly.
But they were giving out the
this
breakfast
era
and all that stuff.
Where individualism of independent women and independent men are a thing. And we're going to always have a different look on it because we are going to appreciate women different compared to that time because we're not looking at it like that. You know what I'm saying? I tell people that all the time, like, the eras of shit, you always got to pay attention to why that happened. Like, it happened because that was the tradition.
And that goes back to human experiences. Yeah. They didn't know better.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they wouldn't do better.
They wouldn't do better, yeah.
Exactly.
What you don't know, you don't know.
Word. So as we start to close down the show, we do 2 segments. I technically already did. My internet taught me.
Yeah.
But we normally do a song of the show.
Okay.
So this is a song. Magic, you explain it.
So the song of the show is a song that you think listeners or what you've been listening to throughout the week. Like, what's that song you got on replay? What's that song that is standing out to you today? What's that song that just standing out to you this month, whatever? But when you think of, damn, somebody asks you, yo, what's your song of the day? And just the first song that pops in your head.
Song of the day. Wow. See, lately I've been listening to a lot of old school music. You know what I'm saying? So, like a lot of Erica. So I say like Apple Tree.
Okay.
Okay. So on my way here, I do one of three things. I catch up on news by scrolling TikTok. Hands free, y'all. Or listen to podcasts, right? Or listen to music. So for some reason, my algorithm was showing me our like 2005 to 2009 throwbacks. So I started a playlist for all those throwbacks from those albums. So my song of the week, a show for this show is Bad, off of the United States of Atlanta, Yin Yang Twins, Collie Park, Mike Jones. And I was like, it's a album track. So it's an album track, and it was late in the album. And one of the reasons why is something you spoke to. Mike Jones on that hook, and Mike Jones as a feature, he slid on that song, and he's the perfect person for the hook of that song.
I ain't heard Mike Jones' name in so long.
Word.
Mike Jones.
Me, it's probably gonna be Phil Mob, Sick of Being Lonely.
Okay.
If I didn't pick Apple Tree, I would pick something from Brent, to be honest with you. Because I listen to a lot of Brent Fayez. You know what I'm saying? It'd probably be Peter Pan. So I've been listening to that song a lot.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, we always jump in errors. And you never know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. And then the second segment as we close out is the internet taught me. So this segment is more so along the lines of you scrolling through TikTok or you was trying to learn a new skill, and the internet is the thing that taught you that thing. So mine was going to be the internet taught me that really the internet is continuing to remind me that we're not getting a greater education in the suburban school districts. We're actually sending our kids into a extremely hostile situation and telling them that this is better than being in the hood.
I don't got one this week.
Knicks in 5. My whole TikTok been showing Knicks in 5. And I ain't gonna lie, that's the only thing. For real. I haven't been taught anything from the internet this week. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I've been off the internet.
It's not Knicks in 5 because it's already 5.
No, it ain't. 06.
Knicks in 6.
No, it is Knicks in 5. There's Knicks in 5. It's 4 games.
Right. Oh, I'm tripping. It is 4 games.
They gonna win.
Yo, these games have been so.
First
of all, that first quarter of Game 4.
Actually, the internet told me New York people
quarter.
are crazy, bro.
We talked about last week.
New York people are crazy.
Yo,
bro.
New York City is not a real place.
Like I was just there last weekend, and the way people interact with people when it ain't about the Knicks, it's almost like damn near everybody an enemy. Yeah. Unless they know you.
Good morning. Shut the fuck up.
Like some women, bro. like it's hard to get eye contact with women in New York. They are looking down, headphones in. They ain't trying to look at you. Like it's a fast pace. Everybody doing something. Like it's a crazy city, man. Yo, I love it though. I love
which part?
Which part? Gotta be Brooklyn, man.
Brooklyn.
Okay.
I've learned it's never Harlem. Something about Harlem. New York.
I love Harlem.
Don't like.
I love Harlem when it comes to block parties, when it comes to jazz, Renaissance, when it comes to food, Jamaican food, Lenox and 124th Street. If you ever go, for the people that's listening, you know what I'm saying? Caribbean Star is one of the best Jamaican spots in Harlem. So, yeah, I love the food in Harlem.
Listen.
And it's good people. I ain't gonna lie. It's more good people in Harlem than the other boroughs. Like Bronx niggas is hostile.
Oh, I'm tripping.
The Bronx is hostile.
Was it the Bronx? Maybe Brooklyn I'm thinking about the
Bronx. Brooklyn is half hostile, half gentrified.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's more Jews in Bed-Stuy now. You know what I'm saying? Flatbush. There's more Jews. But nothing wrong with them. I'm not saying that like something's wrong with them. I'm just saying
like the reality.
The reality of it. Yeah. Like back then, Flatbush was like a bad place to be around. But now you see people just walking around, being cool. You know what I'm saying? Parks be fun and shit. But yeah, I don't know. I just like Brooklyn. It's different vibes in Brooklyn. You can see the hardship and then you can see the cool shit.
I think it's from what I've seen and what I've experienced because I live in Jersey.
Okay. You live in Jersey? What part?
West
Elizabeth?
Orange right now.
Oh, West Orange.
Yeah, West Orange right now. But I'm moving down to Burlington, so south, because I can't pay for North Jersey right now.
I thought about moving to Jersey. I ain't gonna lie. I used to live in CT. Like I said, I lived in CT and I lived in Boston. And I like that area just because it wasn't far from New York. You know what I'm saying?
You can get there
easy.
I can't live in New York, but Jersey, I take the train right in there.
You know what I'm saying?
Like when we go to Hove, take the train right in New York.
Yeah, CT is only 2 hour and a half drive. Not bad.
Or yeah, well, we appreciate you for coming on the show.
Sure, I appreciate you for having me.
It was good conversation, good talks. Yeah, we'll have you back anytime.
For sure. Anytime. So just let me know.
Magic?
My last question.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, it's a two-part question.
Okay.
Do you believe Usher Confession is a classic?
Yes.
Can you name me another classic after Usher Confession? That's an R&B album.
That's from Usher or from a different person?
Different person.
I mean, y'all might not like this people, but R. Kelly.
Which R. Kelly?
Which one?
I would say like
remember
either 12 play album.
It had to come after.
Oh, Confessions. What year was Confessions?
2004.
2004.
March
All right,
2004.
so cool. I ain't gonna say R. Kelly. I'm gonna say R&B wise that came after 04. Chris Brown, man.
Okay. It's not the first time we heard
Chris Brown,
that.
man. Fame.
If we did a tally.
Oh, he said Fame.
Fame.
That was his best album.
Oh, that's the first time I heard that.
That's his best album. That's
Everybody,
like outside of his first album, even Fame is his favorite album. Like
that's a fun album.
That album was lit. That whole
that's
album
what Deuces,
lit.
right?
That's what Deuces. That's what the song with him and Busta and Lil Wayne.
Look at me now.
Yeah, look at me now. That's what Rock Paper Scissors Rock. That's
What the Bed is on there.
Yeah, like that's a great album. Fame
that's
is
his comeback album.
Yeah, 3X is on there. That's when he officially switched his sound from 16-year-old. So
yeah, Fame was that.
That's the first time we heard Fame. Normally they just say Chris Brown, like his first album.
No, Fame
is
like Chris Brown's first album's a classic now because how long his career is. But if we talking all albums, like real Fame has so many hits.
Fame was that. Yeah. That's
Fame got no bullshit on it. Don't you be on that bullshit. Yeah. That like what? That was that shit. Like Word.
Okay. Cool. Well, y'all already know. I'm King Dev. That's Magic Gretzky. We had Genie on the show today.
Appreciate you.
Bring another set of ears for next week's show because this is Introspective Insight, the Black Wall Street podcast, and we out.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Come back next week. Introspective Insight. Introspective Insight.